Hello and welcome back to my Kuga channel. Today I was at the MOT and the ugly truth is the car failed the MOT because of the light beam of the Xenons is a little bit too high. So our task today is actually analyzing the system, finding the fault and fixing it. So welcome and stay tuned. Okay, before we go on to the car, I just want to explain to you how the leveling system for the Xenon lights work. Uh, you have two sensors, one in the front and one in the back. Both are positioned on the right-hand side in the wheelhouses. You have a sensor, a little bit mounted a little bit higher, and that is connected via a rod to the wishbone in both cases, which means that it can actually feel the position and angle of the wishbone at this very moment. If you put a load back in the car, the wishbone, due to the added load, will move up, or the body will move down, same thing, and the sensor will indicate that, and it will put down the beam. When you remove the load, the same thing will be the other way around, and the beam level will be restored. When you turn on the system will automatically calibrate itself, meaning it will move down to its maximum end position, up to its maximum end position, and then to the calculated position based on the information from the sensors. As you see, this works well. So the next logical step is then to have a look on the sensors. We start with the sensor on the front axle. Therefore, we have to remove the wheel, lift up the car, and have a look. Well, and here's the problem. So we have the sensor here with its lever, but there's no connecting rod to the wishbone. That rod has disappeared somehow. I did a little bit of Googling, and I understand that these things actually happen uh, in case of Ford sensors. So I went and bought a new one, or at least a used one. So let's just assemble it. But before we go and assemble the rod, let's play a little bit. Let's look how the system works. As you see, while I'm moving up the lever on the sensor, the beam is going down. If I move it downwards, the beam is going up. As you see, this is going smoothly, which means that the sensor is working perfectly. One thing which is very common if you have problems with your Xenon lights is that the sensor, which is in the area where you have a lot of water and in the winter even salt, gets corroded, and then it does not make these movements as smooth as they should be. But this one apparently works okay. Well, then the solution to our problem is pretty easy. Just mount the rod, tighten the nuts, and that's about it. You can see that the lever position is in its extreme down end position, and that's due to the fact that there is no wheel on the car. So even the wishbone is in its maximum position. Once the car is on the ground again, it will go somewhere in its medium position, and the height of the beam should be adjusted automatically. That's really the beauty of it. Well, maybe one more tips when you mount or when you try to turn the nut, the whole boat will turn as well because it's some type of ball joint there. As you can see, you would need an 8mm spanner to counterhold the bolt behind the rubber gasket here in order to mount that rod, but otherwise it shouldn't be a big problem. Well, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.